right, before we get started, I just want to acknowledge there is a lot going on in the world out there. So we want to make sure that you know that we know, but this is our happy place. And I am very excited because Mr. Michael Dean wasn't with us last week, but before we ask him about his birthday,
guess who's back?
let's talk about what does it feel like, Michael Dean, to be 1 year older?
Oh man. Old. It feels old, but I'm feeling good. I mean, I feel like we're missing our music or something. Like usually we come in.
You don't hear it?
Oh, there we go. Now I hear. Okay. Yeah. I want to make sure. Can everybody hear us good and see us good? I want to make sure we are broadcasting lovely through this thing here. But I'm excited to be here as usual. Thank you.
Yes, and we're back, Eldebar. We got the one and only Michael Dean with us.
Yes. One little chili sauce coming in.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. All right. So we had Cassandra Bradley and AT-Alien first in the chat. We got to say that. And we got Badro Botube listening to P and Dolby Atmos on AirPod Max that I got this morning. All right.
Damn, $390.
That's
it better sound good.
That's Canadian. It's Canadian, but still expensive otherwise.
That's too much for median.
Well, I've never bought a pair of AirPods because I know that I would lose them. And I'm an analog girl. I want those wires. I don't know why, but I do.
There you go. Get you some of these, man.
Yeah.
These bad boys. Don't hit you with $30 or something like that.
And we got Real Line to DJ. I always love to see what your avatar is. And I love the yellow suit. That's what we got this week. And we got Drea Dances from the Shy celebrating their one of my favorite parts here, Michael Dean.
Jam. They ain't gonna be ready for this.
Yes. And we want to send a very special happy birthday to Drea Dances. Nisa's 18th birthday, right after the book club.
Oh, right on.
All right, we got another AT-Alien in the house. It's been a while since you've been here. Good morning.
Is that Simon?
Yes, that's Simon.
Simon, what's up, sir?
How are you? We got Mira. We got Nick Felden from Denver. We got Christina from Minneapolis. What up, though? We got Andre from Detroit. That's right.
What up?
We got EA 8133 from San Francisco. We got TP, and we got Sister Charles from warm and sunny H-Town. We got Anna B.
This feel like we walked. It was like another scene that was cut from Purple Rain with another rehearsal. Wendy and Lisa still ain't showed up.
Nah, man, that's one of my favorite scenes. I really wish that Brown Mark would have at least had a line.
Right, a little bit more, yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit more.
You know what would have been cool if they did in the movie? If they did the whole drop kick thing in the movie. Anyway, we'll keep it moving now. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about, Michael.
That scene was probably cut. Too real. Uh-oh. Sheila E. up in.
Yeah.
What is this actually? Well, I guess you will explain.
You should know, Michael D.
Oh, is this like too sexy or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
We played it like 50 times.
That's what it is to be a year older. You get the shit you heard a couple months ago.
Yes. We got our timekeeper in the house. But you won't have to be timekeeping. Hopefully.
Hey.
We got Chris Bournet wishing.
What up, Chris? Thank you.
Yes. And we got Ron Kayla. We got Lisa. And Anna B said Michael Dean had a musically energized birthday
Yes.
jam last week.
Yes, we did. Yes, we
I missed
did.
that. We got Arlene Oak. We got Raywin.
Ray,
Okay, so
handsome.
I didn't know this.
You thought it wasn't.
All right. So there is Dancing with the Stars doing the music of Prince Tuesday. Okay, that's pretty awesome. And we got my illiterate brother. And yes, a bobblehead tune for sure.
Yeah, man.
And we got DC Faces in the place, Lady Cab Driver. We got Lori Johnson. We got Sally Kinley. Happy Saturday from the UK. I usually watch on catch up, but showed up on time today. Well, welcome.
Oh, well, welcome, Sally.
Yeah.
Come on in, Sally.
This is pretty funny. I didn't see this one. So while
man. You already know.
Yes. Oh, this is a very good point.
You know, for some of our real players, you had to get that one curl, get the actual gel, slap it down, hold it down, put a little band-aid on it. Then right before it's time to go, you take the band-aid off, you're jingling, like, oh, okay. Yeah. Those are politics for the 80s. I don't know about that anyway.
We got Myron and we got JD Washington.
JD.
Let's see. We got Man Ray 10. I love this. Nick Felden saying Jerry Curl Funk.
Yeah.
Yes. Lori wants to know.
Kind.
Indeed. Oh, I love this question. Michael Dean, what line would you have given Brown Mark in Purple Rain?
Oh, that's interesting. I don't know. You have to add something for us. What would he be able to say in a situation? I don't know.
I think he would do something similar to "This Is a Business," like what? But
that would that would hit even harder later, years later. That would be very iconic. Like, yes. Wow, he said that back then, but this would happen.
Yes. So I think that would be my vote. We got D688 in the house. We got Audra in the house. Make sure I got everybody. Purple Cat Confetti, El Michelle, and wait. So Jared dances since my mom worked at Soft Sheen. That's pretty awesome. We have
the hookup.
Yes.
You had all the products.
All the products. Amazing. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's get our housekeeping going. And this is week 46 of What Did Prince Do This Week? A very slow read of Duane Tudahl's Prince Studio Sessions book series, as well as an Saturday salon. Yes, we got LTKK, Purple People and the Place to Be. And I was really excited to see that Hannah Nicole Jones, who is a professor at Howard, and she's going to start a salon. And I was just so excited to like an in-person salon, just to get that lexicon back into the culture, so people won't think that we're talking about, going to the hair salon, even though we are talking about Jerry curls this morning. So, but yes, I'm very excited about that.
Jerry curl. Wait. I don't know if you guys brought it up last week or what, but since we're going to take a little second here, and and since it's curl connected, was make your Prince connected, and I wanted to ask you, what did you think of the Michael trailer, real quick? Like, I haven't heard anybody really talk about that.
I actually haven't seen it, so we did talk about it. The people who saw the trailer said that it looks amazing. C. Lee is very excited because C. Lee did, yeah. We talked about it, but I still haven't seen it.
What's going on? You just hold it. If it ain't Prince, it ain't moving you.
We've already had this conversation, Michael. I know people don't believe this, but I am not a Michael Jackson fan, and I respect Michael Jackson. I know he is an amazing dancer. He was an amazing businessman. I know that he had the cultural zeitgeist. I mean, I actually saw someone had posted on YouTube, like the first time he did that Smooth Criminal move,
the lean.
The lean. I had goosebumps when I saw that. I mean, this week, and I've seen it before, and I was like, man, yes, he's an incredible dancer, but because of the people just don't understand like how Prince was not
Put that up. That's what I'm
was
putting on the screen.
what is that?
Just say that. All the explaining, we get it. This is a Prince place, so if any place you get a pass, but I'm on Prince. We were like respect. We understand it. This is the place for that. So
I don't know. It's
not under any investigation.
I could say some other artists that people are absolutely, I mean, they are the GOATs, but it's just like they don't move me.
Got it.
And Prince took care of everything. Like,
well, I would say I get what you're saying, for sure. Just on a cultural basis, even just a movie basis, it looks like this is gonna be just this is a teaser trailer, but just off the trailer alone, it looks like, wow, we might be in for a great movie, let alone it's Michael Jackson, where it almost feels it's one of those like a Prince. It'd be almost impossible to get it right. And the trailer looks like they actually got it right, which is, I think, the most amazing part about it. Like, because watching it, I'm a hardcore Michael Jackson fan, which we're not get into, but looking at it, I was like, I was ready to tear it apart. I was so excited for it, but I was just expecting there's no way they're gonna get the essence of it. It's the same like when you look at Prince impersonators, or some people be good, but it's just that ain't really Prince. It looked like, and this could be the editing or whatever it is, but it looked like, wow, they actually may have gotten. It looked like that could have been Michael. Like, what I mean? It just felt like it doesn't even have to look exactly like him, but it felt like him, if that makes any sense. It had his energy. So, and there's obviously very well-respected actors and director that is behind this project. So very curious to see the end result. But yeah, what a trailer just on a movie level alone. Like, well, they really sold that. At least to me, I thought they captured it dramatically. And the fact that it's his family member playing him, it's just another layer of like, wow. Like, I can't imagine if somebody told me, man, your nephew or your brother's son or something is gonna play you to the world, man, and is gonna freaking nail it. You'd be like, stop. You mean little such? I remember when he was asking me for pennies. But so just to me, all of that, and this is a black family from Gary, Indiana, and it has come to this. Yeah, salute.
Salute. I mean, most definitely. I'm so happy that we're having this conversation, because you have kind of helped me understand why I'm very excited about the Purple Rain musical theoretically, because I think it's important for audiences who may not know or have experienced Prince and that's their lane, like musical theater. They'll be exposed to Prince. So I'm very excited about that theoretically, but personally, I'm not that excited about it because, one, I'm not really into musicals. But now I realize, based on what you just said, what's really behind it. And it's that I don't want to see someone portray Prince. That's just me, because like I know what the real thing is like, and there's substitutes. And so that's me. I would rather watch a Prince concert, that a recorded Prince concert, than just so I could see Prince. That's me.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, I totally feel. I feel that way about Prince or Michael. Like, I would rather they just had like some footage, but I understand people that aren't fans of him, they wouldn't go for that. They want to see the story and all that kind of stuff. I was joking with somebody, and that's the last thing I'll say about it. Boy, let them be clowning in this movie if there's a scene of the James Brown, the Jackson Prince in the movie. They'll be clowning if they put that. That would be hilarious. But anyway.
Yes. And we're going to have Miles Marshall Lewis join us later this episode to talk about his experience of seeing the Purple Rain musical in Minneapolis. So I'm very excited about that. And we're going to have some other folks join us next week to talk about their experiences. So we're very interested in the reception of Prince fam to the musical theater of Purple Rain. Okay. All right. But we got Purple Cat Confetti saying Purple Rain musical was just too off. It was okay. Can you say a little bit more? And you too, Drea Dances.
What if they did an Under the Cherry Moon musical? That would be hilarious.
Now, I would go to that, Michael.
That would be hilarious.
I would go to that for the dialogue alone. I mean, the dialogue. I mean, but it would be interesting to hearing somebody else repeat those lines.
Yeah, just the costumes and just the look. I would be curious how they would handle that, and would they try to, what if they try to do it in black and white? How would you, visually pull that? It would be kind of fascinating. They was like, you have an unlimited budget.
Yes. I love it. I love this comment from CC. Child, Under Cherry Moon would be better. That's right. Okay. I haven't read John Bream's review, Purple Cat Confetti, so I'm going to have to seek that out. Of course, John Bream has written one on it. All right.
That's all right. Kim on her job.
Okay. All right. So we're going week to week, not date to date. You can follow a detailed schedule. You do not need the paperback version, but you have 50 more pages with the circle. But that one is a really good weapon. The hardback. Throw it at somebody.
This is my be cool brick. Hey, can I get some change, brother? Nah, man. I said go get some. Be cool now.
Yes. Let's see. Oh, let me see. I really like. Okay, Christina said I really like the musical. The second half seemed a little rushed, but overall good.
Okay.
And so I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. I recorded my thoughts in my latest podcast. Okay.
What podcast is this?
Yeah, tell us about your podcast so we can send people to your podcast.
Yeah, come on now.
Let's see.
Well, they're working it like a job.
That's right. And I missed this thread, but I see Alabama. So can somebody what did Andre say? Wait, MJ had a stepdad. No, his mother's stepdad, I think in Alabama. Okay. All right. Just trying to follow the thread there.
Stepdad.
Okay. And Melvin Rush just got a rehearsal. Glad to be with fam. Thank you for joining us right after rehearsals. That's dedication.
Why are you trying to put bodies on Catherine? Come on now, shit. Her rep is clean. No, let's not start that.
Yes.
Stop it.
And so honestly, I really like the musical as well. Very energetic and fun. Oh, okay. Here we go. It's called Drea's Thoughts. I'll put the link in the chat. Put it in the chat for sure.
Salute, Drea's Thoughts.
I love that.
Love it. Okay.
All right. And
over there, sneak pod and Drea, but let us know about these podcasts.
Yes. I love that. Let's see what Chris Bournet is saying. Did the producers of the Purple Rain musical change much about the plot of the movie? I'm curious.
We're going to find out.
We are going to find out.
Find out.
Now, I didn't know this. So Blade Brown is schooling me. Jacksons have roots in Alabama as well. Okay. It's good to know. And for Porter says Tupac Resurrection, which I don't know about, was clips of Tupac speaking.
That was a good movie, actually.
The Tupac Resurrection?
Saw it in the theaters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was like right after he died.
I didn't know about that. I'm glad to hear Andre is going to be checking out Drea Dances, Drea Thoughts podcast.
Drea's Thoughts.
All right. Okay. And this is an independent endeavor. The State of Prince Rogers Nelson is not affiliated, associated, or connected with the What Did Prince Do This Week book club series. And our community guidelines. We choose to be a community even when we disagree. And we might have to put this in effect today since Miles will be joining us. We won't be. We usually don't agree. And we just watched Too Sexy. Now, why? Oh, yes, did not watch. We just listened to. Now, why are we listening to Too Sexy? It's because someone. I think somebody's
too sexy. No.
Someone has uploaded some amazing footage of Sheila E.'s first tour in Holland, and it
Oh, wow.
looks like it's not 4K, but it's pretty darn close. It looks
Really?
so good. Yes, and
I
it's
gotta see this.
you guys see it. I'm gonna put it in the accompanying playlist. And she performs Too Sexy in it. She opens the set with Short Berry Straw Cake.
What?
Yes, Miko's in the band, of
Oh
course.
man, I gotta see this.
Yeah, you guys
I've
see
never
it.
seen that
It's
live.
pretty amazing. I got, and then anytime she does Glamorous Life live, I just go crazy. So I had like a fangirl moment last night, and I realized how much why I love Sheila E. so much.
Yeah.
And she's just a phenomenal performer.
Wow. Yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah, I gotta see it.
And that's from the first album.
Yes, before she went on tour with Prince for Purple Rain. So like, it was her getting ready for a Purple Rain tour.
I know we've probably talked about this, but I was very curious how people took her without knowing she was with Prince. I'm just curious, like early on, where they're just like, wow, like this sounds so great with it, or you know what I mean? I'm just because listening to it, not knowing that that's Prince, I would be like amazed, like, damn, who is this? Coming out the gate with hits. Like, how do you just come out the gate with bangers? Like, it sounds like you've already, but I have to remember, I didn't know that she was somewhat established already. So,
she was very established. I mean, she had already been on tour with Marvin Gaye, George Duke. I mean, with Santana. I mean,
been in music videos and stuff.
Yeah, she and Lionel. I mean, just
So yeah, I mean, I wonder if it was like when I see people like what's the sister with the afro sponsor Esperanza. Sorry, I don't know.
That's okay.
Well, it's like you kind of is musicians sort of known in the industry as kind of being, that person's cold. And then when they finally come out, I guess to the audience, we'll just be like, wow, I never heard of this person before. This is amazing. And people inside be like, oh no, she used to play with whoopie whoop whoop whoop. So, I get it. I'm catching up. See, I'm trying to catch up.
Yes. So I'm going to put that video in the accompanying playlist. I was so excited that I forgot to put it in there. And you should definitely watch it, Michael Dean. But everybody else should watch it if you want to understand why Sheila E. is not a protege. Okay? Sheila E. is a full woman. But I will say,
I get it, Prince. I get it.
Yes. But if you watch it, Michael, and if you didn't know that Prince didn't have anything to do with it, if you watch the show, you would go, Prince has something to do with it. Because it's so
boy, does he.
Yes. They are like for a first solo tour, like, and before even the Purple Rain tour, they are on point. Like they have their dance moves. They're like, the timing is just like,
that's that Oakland too. Like they're not coming out weak. They're going to come out.
That's right. That's Oakland. That's okay. Before we get another timekeeper message, this is episode number 146, Michael Dean.
Salute.
Yes, salute. And this is week 46 of 1985 of What Did
This is a business.
That's right. And this is what we're working with this week. No songs, no studio sessions because of Under the Cherry Moon. But we got 2 readings. And this is what happened. So Wendy and Lisa is tracking and mixing parade era songs on Thursday. And then MTV released the MTV Presents Prince. So this was a very big deal in 1985 when Prince was speaking on MTV. We've talked about this, but I cannot stress enough. Like this was a massive deal. And it's a really great video, in my personal opinion, even though we've already debated whether or not it is an actual interview. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Man, I know we talked about it. I just remember watching that like on TV back then. I remember watching it, and I was just becoming a fan, and my cousin was a big fan. I just remember I walked across the street. My grandmother lives across the street. I was like, "Did you see it?" And she just kind of had. I thought she was gonna be mad, geeked out about it, but she was kind of like, "Yeah." And I kind of get the sense that wasn't her Prince. The Prince that she grew up on. But I was like, he's talking and laughing. I just had the movie to go up, so just seeing that, I was blown away. But I could see there was something I didn't really understand at the time, but I see she was kind of like, who is this guy?
Yeah. No, I never really thought about that because I mean, he was very different. I mean, he was in Christopher Tracy mode.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were like used to The Kid or Purple Rain Prince, or even if you were used to Dirty Mind Prince, like this was
That's what she was on,
a totally different Prince. I mean, but that's why I loved him, because he was always changing.
Yeah.
So, all right, we have our first reading of the day. And Michael Dean, will you do the honors?
What page are we on? Where
We are. Well, I'll give you the date because you got a different page than me. So November 14th, 1985. It's like in the 200s, probably.
Thursday.
Yes, Thursday.
November 14th, 1985. Friday, November 15th.
Yes.
1985, and then it says estimate.
That's right.
All right. Here we go. Mountains, instrumental demo tracking. It's For You, piano piece by Lisa tracking. Sometimes It Snows in April, mix with strings. Life Can Be So Nice, mix. Do You Lie, mix. Kiss, mix. Love or Money.
Love or
money. The mix, man, it just hits after hits. And then Sometimes It Snows in April again is a mix. Advision Studios, London, England. They're international right now. Okay? Producers Wendy and Lisa, artists Prince and Revolution, engineer Susan Rogers. Quote, no quote.
Quote, let's read it.
Quote, Wendy and Lisa wrote and recorded a few pieces of music, and one of the standout tracks from that was Mountains. Susan Rogers. All right, here we go. Prince was keeping Wendy and Lisa busy in the studio, remixing multiple tracks for Under the Cherry Moon, including Sometimes It Snows in April, Life Can Be So Nice, Do You Lie, Kiss, and Love or Money. Some of this work involved creating a blend of the studio tracks and Claire Fisher's orchestral elements, which were likely being considered for the score at this point. In addition to updating the mixes of the older tracks, they were working on new songs to present to Prince, including Mountains, which actually dates back years earlier, remembers Lisa. Mountains was a song that I wrote when I was 13 or something and just played on the piano all the time. And so we messed around with it and arranged it. According to Susan Rogers, it wasn't just Mountains that was being created during their time in London. We also did a couple of other tracks. One was a song that Lisa called It's For You at Advision Studios. They had a 9-foot some kind of piano.
Yes.
And it was perfect for Lisa. She played this incredibly beautiful instrumental piece. At the end of it, we just could hear the phone ring in the next room. And we could hear Lisa say, "It's for you." And that's what we always called that song. Well, that's kind of a fly little story. At the end of the shift, cassettes were made of all of the tracks for Prince to review. Susan recalls how he reacted to the tape of Mountains. When we came back to France, Wendy played Prince the cassette, and Prince was very, very excited about it. He added a horns arrangement, and when we got back to the United States, re-recorded it. When he heard it, he was like, "What's that?" "Oh, this old thing?" laughed Lisa. He was like, "Yeah, that." And then he took it away and wrote lyrics. I remember being on a plane, and I don't remember where we were going, but we were on a plane, and then he came up and handed me his notebook, and he said, notebook that he had written the lyrics. I just remember seeing 17 Mountains. And I was like, "What's that? That sounds cool." And the song was born. Wow. Status, the instrumental demo for Mountains, was re-recorded by Prince and the Revolution at the end of November. Prince was inspired to create a melody for the song and write some of his more cryptic lyrics for the track. There are no additional information about It's For You, and it is unclear if it was ever re-recorded by Prince. And just to add, when they do the special edition, deluxe, or whatever it is, if y'all don't put this instrumental of Mountains original version on there, then just give up the estate.
Yes, it would be amazing to hear the demo version. And one of the reasons why I didn't consider it as a track for this week is because it would be re-recorded with Prince's involvement at the end of November. So it would definitely be really amazing to hear Lisa's original demo. And I'm curious, I wonder if it was called Mountains then. Or if it's Mountains because if that's what it became. That's a question I have for you, Duane. If you're still watching these, if you could let me know, that would be amazing to know. I mean, Mountains is one of those songs. I don't know about you, Michael Dean. I mean, well, okay, there are a lot of Prince songs that never get old. Like they just like are classic and timeless. Right. But Mountains is also a song that is like almost like an instant classic, but I could play that on repeat 24 hours, 365 days a year, and I would never get tired of it.
This is the thing for me. When I first got the record, first heard it, oh man, I didn't gravitate to it. Like I was like, I don't know about this one. I'll move on. When the 12-inch came out, that's when I was like, yo, this song is that song. And then I'm there with you forever. But when I did first hear it, it wasn't that it was a bad song. I just wasn't ready for it. I couldn't understand or make it out. But that 12-inch and hearing it played out, fantastic. To hear this story about that creation of it, I really got to salute Lisa, Wendy, and because this is what a fantastic song that comes out to be like this. And this is just a great example of how they worked great together, and it's a great example of Prince let me hear what you got. Let me get that for a second and then put his thing on it, and wow, love it all.
So we have someone that you want to see.
Yes.
The one and only Pretty Ricky.
Man. Rick.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Man, how you doing, brother?
Hey, man, I'm getting better. Better. Good. What's up, D'Angelo?
What's up, Ricky? Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, I can't stay long. I just came to pop in for a minute, say hello.
Really appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? I miss being with y'all.
Man, we missed it, man. I'm glad you're getting better, man. Salute to, I'm sure if your family's right there. Thank y'all for letting them come on here with us real quick, man.
Yeah.
I'm sending love to you, man. Prayers. Absolutely.
Hey, man, I appreciate want to come say hello. And, man, what's up to the people in the chat? Thank y'all for asking about me and stuff like that. So it's all good, man. Plus you just segued into a Dear State moment.
Let's do it,
man. Do your thing.
You just segued to a Dear State moment. It was like, Dear Estate, we are on the cusp of Around the World in a Day being released digitally as they remastered. I mean, we thank you for that. But we have just discovered there's a Mountains demo that's on tape somewhere. We hope y'all get that ready for the parade super deluxe. I know we got some people that want to hear these demos and these versions with strings and then without strings. But hey, y'all are doing a good job. Man, the Around the World in a Day release is coming at a good time. This holiday season, they make great gifts for people.
Yes.
So Dear State, if you're wondering if people want to hear demos from the parade session, the answer is yes.
Yes.
we want to hear it all. We want to hear it all. Even if Prince is just whistling or playing the kazoo.
That's right.
We want to hear it all. So that's my Dear Estate moment for today.
Man.
I love this comment from Gabrielle. The state cannot say no to Pretty Ricky.
Nah, we can't do
it. Hey, look, I wish that was the case. I'll be trying to get her some more stuff.
I know you'd be trying to get that Madhouse box set in.
Hey, look, you know that's right. You know that's right. I'd definitely be trying to do that. Yeah. Most definitely on this. Hey, look, I like your shirt, D'Angelo. So what does that say? Chris Mary,
Tricky.
Oh,
okay.
Katie. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a custom made item, Dear Estate.
I mean, that's an easy win for him, right?
Yeah, man, dear estate, man, boy, the money y'all can make on merch from under the cherry moon.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Sell those mountains hats.
There's so many quotes
I didn't even think about
put on t-shirts from Under the Cherry Moon. It's like endless.
Yeah, man, they can make a killing off that stuff.
But you know what shirt we gonna get though? We're gonna get the one that say "Dear Estate."
Dear estate.
That's what we gonna get. They're gonna be like, "What is that all about?"
We gonna show up and crash one of the celebrations, and everybody wear a Dear Estate shirt.
Let me see somebody in there, Paisley Park, that got a Dear Estate shirt, man. That'd be a cold move.
Oh, that's all good. Well, look, I'm not gonna hold y'all. I just wanted to come say hey real quick.
We so appreciate that, Ricky.
Good to see you, brother, man. Get better, man. I'm waiting for you, but get better, man. Take your time, man. But man, yeah, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. Thank you. Y'all keep doing your thing, man. What's up to everybody in the chat? I may jump on the chat, try to comment on some stuff to everybody.
All right.
Thank you.
Good.
All right. Well, hey, I see y'all later. Thanks for the well wishes, everyone.
Man.
Thank you. All right.
All right, man. Peace, bro.
Love you, Ricky.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Love y'all too. Thank you.
All right, man. Love you, man.
All right.
Stay up. Man, my man Rick, man. Damn, man.
Yes. We gotta have those Dear Estate moments. Only Ricky. I'm not the best at doing them, so I was very happy that Ricky can join us today. Yes, I would definitely buy a Dear Estate. That's pretty. I would have never thought of that, Michael. I don't know why, but like your video is. I mean, is it just me, everybody? But does Michael's video, like it's not as sharp as it normally is? It could just be me, but it was fine when we went live, but I don't know what's going on. But we'll be okay. We'll work with it.
All right. Okay. Man, I'm a Rick, man. Damn, man. My man.
Yes.
Salute.
Yes. Yes, we want to give nothing but love to Ricky. Yes. It says
Oh, I guess I am blurry, huh? I don't know.
Yeah, it's blurry. That's what I thought. I thought maybe it was just me, but you're fine. I mean, but it's just not your normal sharp.
It's not sharpie.
Yes, not sharp. You know, you
I'm
always
not sure what's going on. Sorry.
Look at this. I love this. Mike looks like a
boot. Hey, I'm trying to keep it real, you
know. Oh my God. Okay. I love this. Fill up the whole Dear Estate T front backward request. That is pretty funny in size 2 font. That's actually pretty brilliant, Blade Brown. I love that idea. All right. Okay. So we're going to move on to our next reading for the day, and it's super short. MTV Presents Prince. I'll do this one. And it is Friday, November 15th, 1985. And MTV Presents Prince aired on the Music Network. The interview was well received by the audience, and this combined with his Rolling Stone interview gave the most insights into Prince in years. After it aired, he maintained his rule about privacy and only conducted a handful of interviews during the rest of the 1980s. So I haven't really thought about this, but hopefully the chat can help us out with this. What are the other main interviews of Prince from the 80s after this interview? Do we remember? Like,
other ones.
Like, I'm sure there were some, like a couple in magazines, but in terms of like on TV, were there any other interviews of Prince during the 80s?
No, I think you have to go to the 90s or something.
Yeah, this is pretty funny.
Y'all got jokes. That's right. Hey, like I said, I'm trying to be authentic to it. You know?
Oh, I love this one. I love this one from Lee.
Wow. Oh, speaking of that, the 4K is coming to digital. If you look on your whatever digital listings that you see, they have it listed as a pre-order.
Okay.
4K. So I wonder if it's coming to disc, but it doesn't have a date, but it's for sale. Oh, it's pre-order. Anyway.
Yes.
Hey, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why it doesn't look crazy on my end. I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on.
If you see the playback, you're
How
gonna.
bad, man. Damn.
Yeah. I don't know. But
Hey, you
yeah.
know what? Let me jump out and come back in if that's
Okay. Yeah, that
good.
sounds good.
Give me a second.
No worries. Take that second.
All right.
All right. So, Chris, yes, definitely the Electric Mojo Detroit interview around the parade tour, but that was audio, but that's still an interview. And Nick Feldman got the Musician Magazine, and Dr. Catrice Austin is asking about when was it? The Mojo interview it had to have been like 85 or 86. Probably 86, right? It had to have been 86. And let's see, this is pretty funny. He was too busy juking the reporters in airport terminals to stop for interviews. Let's see. And Andre is saying June 86, I think. Yes, 86, 86. It's just funny, Lee Christian. YouTube, you got the look, Michael Dean, on his birthday. That's right. Duh. That's my old age kicking in. So it was June 7th, 1986. Yes. And I love Yes, Sir. That reminds me of Pharrell. Yes. All right. Okay. And let's see what we got next. So here are some photos. Yes. He called into Mojo, the electrifying Mojo, after the Detroit show. And so again, these are, we saw these a couple of weeks ago when he was shooting this on October 27th of 1985. It is one of my favorite TV appearances because we had a lot of controversy over whether or not this is considered a real interview, since Steve Fargnoli was reading the questions and Edgar was on, and I found the other version with the female voice, but it's not Wendy's voice. I don't know whose voice it is, but it's not Wendy's. I wonder if it was Martha Quinn. I don't know if it's Martha Quinn. I don't know. It was some other female voice, but it wasn't Wendy's. So it was interesting to find out that there's a different cut of the interview with a female asking the same questions that Fargnoli asks. And we all know that the picture on the left is when he says, "You like surprises, don't you?" And then one of my favorite lines from this interview is, "Cufflinks like this cost money," which is the one from the right. And just always love when Prince panders to the camera. And then this was, we saw this a couple of weeks ago, but for those of you who may not have been here with us, just to give you context of what interview that we're talking about, if you saw it in real time, and for those of you who may not have seen it in real time, again, it was recorded over, in France, and you can see that there's a lot of fans or people that they got to be around him during this interview, and he has on his Christopher Tracy coat and his Purple Rain-ish shirt with the cufflinks and his button-up pants. Yes, for sure, Tile Sophie. Prince was definitely more Christopher Tracy than the kid. Something I've been thinking about is, where did the name Christopher Tracy come from? Does anyone know? Has anyone talked about that, like in an interview, like where did Christopher Tracy come from? So here's some photos, and this is a photo of Susanna, Prince, and Jerome visiting the Palace of Versailles. And I wish there was, Prince here looks so much like Christopher Tracy. It seems like it's a scene out of Under the Cherry Moon. At least Prince does. I don't know. I can't see what Jerome has on, so it's a little less clear. But I love the way that these people are just looking at all of them like a spectacle to the right. Really interesting. Oh no. So Kim said that Kim recorded the interview on the VCR, but it got erased by General Hospital because I forgot to take the tape out. Yes, I love this. Prince walking around like French royalty. So the Chris from Chris Moon and his wife. I don't know. Perhaps. Has anyone else heard that? And let's see. But the Chris Moon, yeah. I kind of remember someone saying something about that. I can't remember what how does the wife play in? I can't remember. So let's see what we got.
Hopefully that's better. I don't know.
It's better. It's better than it was, but it's still not your usual standard. But it's definitely better than it was. It's not 1986.
I went up to. Am I in 720 at least? Am I in HD?
I think you 720.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mid 90s.
Oh, Chris Bournet. I love this. So Chris Bournet. So we're talking about where did the name Christopher Tracy come from? I've never heard anyone talk about that. And so I love this idea from Chris Bournet. Prince was a comic book fan, a reference to Dick Tracy, or partly a salute to classic movie Spencer Tracy. Okay.
Huh.
And I love this from Sydney C. Michael Dean is back from the Matrix. I love this. Went from Betamax.
I'm trying to illustrate the years of bootlegging, how the quality level would jump.
Oh my God. Okay.
Back in time.
Okay. Yeah. So this is coming up again. So from a guy named Chris Moon, and he had a wife named Tracy.
Okay. Interesting. I never heard that correlation.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
If that's true, I wonder why. Because sometimes, okay, we won't go there. Okay, let's look at some more photos. What is potato mode?
Potato head mode. The Bela Lugosi setting.
I love this chat. You guys are amazing. This is why we show up for 140 episodes. So we can figure out what you're going to say in the chat, because it's pretty hilarious. Okay. I really wish that Under the Cherry Moon could be screen and color, because who knew that
it's a whole different vibe.
It's a totally different vibe. Like, these colors are popping, like with this beautiful magenta with the C on. So I'm going to read this super quick. It says, when Prince replaced video director Mary Lambert on his movie Under the Cherry Moon, he didn't realize he was breaking the Paul Newman rule. I didn't even know there was a Paul Newman rule. It was invented in 1970, the year I was born, by the Directors Guild of America to prevent stars from taking over for directors in mid-film. However, Lambert wasn't a member of the DGA, and Prince shot the rest of the film himself, bringing it ahead of schedule because he shot many of the scenes in one take. Actress Kristen Scott Thomas plays the object of Prince's desire, whose spoiled rich girl behavior is described in Condition of the Heart. Okay. All right. Meanwhile, it's rumored that Prince will marry the family Susanna Melvoin, although his management denies it. Now, I wasn't aware of this Paul Newman rule. Did you know about this Paul Newman rule, Michael Dean? Because I know you're into film.
No, I never heard of it.
Yeah, but it makes a lot of sense. So I'm assuming that Paul Newman must have taken over mid-film, since it's called the Paul Newman rule. And yes, can
you go back to that picture, though?
Sure, yeah.
I think somebody said in the comment, seeing this in color, like that color of that's what the color of the outfit was. Like, to me, it's a whole different movie. It just gives me a different feel, almost. And I'm gonna be careful as I say this. I'm saying this in a good way, but it's like it shows the ridiculousness of the fashion in a good, like, it is so out there. Like, it's not a muted thing. You know what I mean? Like, watching it looks like, yeah, he's got some fly out there shit, but I would assume it was white or, nothing loud. But now this nigga is in here like, you can't not see this. So it's interesting. Like, it would be a whole I mean, if you layer that in with the makeup and the hair, it is so out there, and it's loud. And I love that. Like, I never would have thought it was loud. I didn't think Christopher Tracy was a loud play, come in like like a pimp, where a solid color, bright yellow, or something like this. You'd have to be a bold person to wear that. So I didn't realize Christopher Tracy was. I guess he says it in these songs, but you just don't see it. Bold, high fat. Like this is, he's definitely, it's outrageous.
I love this comment from On. The pink is way pimpish.
Yeah, it's like whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know it was like that. Okay, when they're like, man, I like that blue. Like, I guess we couldn't really see, like, this shit was like real real, like, yo, man, you gonna put that blue on? That's so anyway, it's a whole different movie to me.
Yeah, I think it would be a whole different movie. And I love the black and white, but I still want to see it in color. So you can have both.
And I guess you can understand too, the intention is that it was supposed to be loud. Like, they're not filming this thinking it's gonna be black and white, because you don't wear that if it's black. You know what I mean? Like, he was coming out like, I'm about to really stunt on these. Like,
yes. So this comment from Blade Brown, I gotta read it. Depending on the makeup situation, hopefully none of them look casket ready in a possible color version.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious, because you can see even in the black and white, certain like on Tricky. I mean, you can, at least now when you look at it on a 4K, you can see it's like, wow, they got a lot on. Like they looking right, like how they used to look back then. So I would imagine how that would come off crystal clear in color today. You'd be like, wow, that's what it. The same way when I look, and I hate to bring him in again, but when I look at the Michael Jackson Thriller video, now that it's in 4K, you really see how he looked. Of his face and the makeup, I was like, wow, like I don't think we would have been ready if we just saw it like this back then. Like if you see what he really looks like, I mean, so incredibly,
So you don't think we would be ready for it? Because I was going to ask you, I wonder what you think about Lee's comment about it might have been a bigger movie if it had been 80s colorful.
Oh, I think it would have helped. It would have helped a movie as opposed to it have been black and white. I mean, there's already a lot of things from a general public's perspective that, you have other reasons why you might think is not working for you. But I think the black and white aspect of it for non-Prince fans was probably a heavy turn off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not giving it a chance that they should have, because it's a great movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think if it's in color, like you just saw the trailer, you're like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see, what is this?
Yeah. So I want to bring attention to Sydney C's comment, because when I saw this, I immediately thought of the Com cover, where they revealed like the outfit that was shocking.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, what? Like,
exactly, right? A whole different feel on the album if you just saw like,
oh, okay. Yeah, very, very interesting. So he seems to, I mean, he looks good in any color, obviously. I really like this color. I don't know, but I would have never thought that this is what Christopher Tracy was wearing in terms of color, for sure. Yes.
Yeah, but now the character, it all makes sense to me though. Now, the way they was in the movie, of course they like. Now I understand it. Like the missing piece of all that was going on in that movie. Why is a brother in the bathtub and of course, like they was on some other stuff. They was, not seeing the full explosion of what they were doing. This makes perfect sense.
I like this comment from Chris Bournet. He said, "Black and white didn't hurt. She's got to have it."
No, but I would say that's a far better movie. Get into that. Talking about Spike Lee. She's got to have.
Oh yeah,
the classic movie that started his thing off.
Yes, yes. If my special person, can you find that Com outfit for me and send it to me? That would be great, because Andre hasn't seen the Com outfit. Everybody got to see the Com outfit because it was pretty special.
But just as we're on this, if the movie was though in color, it would have changed the whole dynamic of this project, right? We probably would not have had the black and white cover on the parade. It would have just been a whole different thing. So I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm just saying it would have been a whole different rollout.
No,
just the color alone would have changed You know, so it goes to show the genius of Prince that he realizes even something that might be seems so minute could change the tone of everything. You know, I love that he's made that decision. You know, the album cover is going, the black and white, and it gives it a whole different vibe as opposed to the way it looked like they originally they shot it as, as a comedy, brothers in Paris acting a fool, super loud pimp clothing. And then after shooting it, decide, you know what? I want some black and white. I want to be on some old movie vibe with it, and I want, the covers of this and the family that's going to tie it into it. Let them be in color, but it'll tie, so you got to give him credit. Like, man, what a visionary.
Yes.
What pull it off the way he did.
Yes. And I love that sort of old movie vibe, like 20s or 30s. This is where we need a film historian to really identify like what period, what are the films this could be drawing from. Hopefully we'll get that kind of analysis during I Wonder You 40 in April, which I'm very excited about. But I love these scenes of Christopher Tracy, and now we know what color it just doesn't, that color just does not translate in these black and white.
Gives it a whole different vibe. Like when you look at that, your mind is like, oh, yo, this might be some kind of, I can see him being in a dramatic, older movie. But then when you see the other pictures, like you can see he's a ham, he's still like young or something. It's like he still has that other side to it. So it's great.
Yeah. And I'm sure, Arlene, that, whoever was helping Prince with the costumes, and I'm assuming that would be Marie France, that they were selecting particular colors so that it did translate in a black and white film. So I'm sure.
I like that comment Chris Bournet said that. Yeah, that's interesting.
I never thought about
Okay. Yeah, might be onto something there.
Yes. I love this moment, Tao, Sophie, when the Warner Brothers logo changes from color to black and white. It's one of my favorite moments. I know.
Man, you know what? That would be such a cool. I can see it already. I can see the IMAX showing, and they spend a little money, and the movie starts. It looks like some black and white, and then it changes to the color Prince logo, and then goes WB, and they're we're like, oh fuck, this is the special color presentation in IMAX that we're seeing in 2026. I can't believe it. Anyway.
Yes, and not Paris, Nice.
I'm dreaming.
Yes.
What?
Okay.
Christopher Williams.
Okay, here's another really quick article. So before we had Troyes Le Petit Prince, there was an article that says, what? No raspberry beret? That's all Prince needs here in Nice, France, to look as if he's joining the French Navy rather than shooting his second film under the cherry moon. That is so wrong. He does not look like he's joining the French Navy. Okay. Co-starring Francesca Ennis, if I'm pronouncing her last name correctly, and Jerome Benton, former Morris Day Mirror Man. It was written by newcomer Becky Johnston and directed by Mary Lambert. She directed Material Girl for Madonna. Another co-star, Terrence Stamp. I kind of wish he was in it because Terrence Stamp is one of my favorite actors. But at the same time, I'm very happy with Mr. Sharon. Left the project after a few weeks, claiming prior commitments. So Terrence Stamp left the project after a few weeks, claiming prior commitments. We bet. Meanwhile,
I can't work with him.
Recordings Prince made when he was 16 will be released soon. The LP is called Minneapolis Genius. So I didn't realize that Minneapolis Genius was released in the 80s, but I guess it was.
Salute to Pepe.
Yes, definitely salute to Pepe. All right, we got another special guest. Let me get my camera right.
Superstar on the show tonight.
That's right.
Greatest man alive.
One of my best friends. Definitely one of my best friends. Even though you might not think he's my best friend, but he's definitely one of my best friends because he actually takes my calls.
Wow.
Some people just be ignoring me, but Miles never missed my call. So I appreciate you so much. And now we're going to invite to the stage my amazing friend Miles Marshall Lewis.
Woo!
What's up?
What's up? What up, man?
Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes.
Yes. Now, CD, to me, he got a little bit of the. He must have the effect I have when y'all see my video, but that's okay. Now I understand.
We've been talking about video quality. Miles Marshall. Yes. So
you look good.
Mac. Maybe that's I don't know. I don't know what y'all see, but I got a new Mac a couple months ago. The latest with the I don't know 12 megapixel. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
Hey, talk your talk. All right,
man. I don't know. Oh, I'll tell you it's purple because of course.
Right on, man. Well, welcome, man.
Thank you. What's up, Michael Dean?
Man, just living. Trying to. I always tell. I'm trying to be like you. I'm watching from afar. So I'm like, okay, I see you making the moves. Man, salute.
You're funny. Yeah, happy belated. Didn't you have one lately?
Last week. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
I gave you a shout out at the time, but happy birthday again.
Thank you, man. I like that sweatshirt. Okay.
Yeah, I had to readjust. You know what I'm saying?
Flex on him. He's like, let me get that up in here.
What's up?
What's up? So we're gathered here today so that Miles Marshall Lewis can talk to us about his trip to Minneapolis. So, lay it out for us. Where did you go? What did you do?
Wow. Well, yeah. Feel free to interrupt me because I guess I got a lot to say. Maybe. My only time. So I've been to Minneapolis twice in my life, right? And once was a layover. It was a 6-hour layover. I was on my way to interview David Z probably and Jill Jones in Cali. And so 6-hour layover, I went to Paisley. I did a tour, whatever. My only other time there was to interview Prince, in like 9 years ago. So this was the first time that I was like really there for the whole weekend and did all the Prince things and really kind of enjoyed myself. And saw things, but tried to stay out of the cold at the same time. So, I mean, what did I do? I ate at this French Moroccan restaurant, which was pretty good. What is it called? Fahimbi's or Fahim, something like that. I forgot the name of it. Fhimbi, I think. Fahimbi's. It was good. Shout out to Tammy for telling me about that place. It was good. And then I saw Electric Fetus. I went by there. I bought what did I buy? FKA Twigs on vinyl. That was cool. I've seen that in New York for like $50 something, and they had it for 20 something. So that was the nice price. Picked up some tchotchkes there. Like this coaster, for example, this blonde blonde coaster. I got a Stevie Wonder one too somewhere. Songs of the Key of Life.
That's dope.
Yeah,
that's
thanks.
dope.
I bought a Prince keychain and some other stuff, right? What else did I do? So the major thing was the play, right? That's why I was in town. I wanted to check it out. I just wrote my review last night, so if I'm a little,
you know what, Miles, I hate to do it, but I'm just thinking of the people that's going to see this, maybe years later, and just so they know, I want them to have in context of your comments and who you are and why they weigh heavy. So, can you give just like a quick synopsis? Like, this is what I do. This is what I'm known for.
Absolutely. I am Miles Marshall Lewis. I am the cultural historian at the Hip Hop Museum, and I am also a music journalist for the past 30 years, probably. I've got a couple of books. The latest is Promise That You Will Sing About Me, The Power and Poetry of Kendrick Lamar. I also interviewed Prince in 2015, and it kind of went viral in a sense because he was very open, and he passed away 8 months later, sadly. And the interview has been republished in various places, most prominently in the book Prince on Prince. And I'm a lifelong Prince fan, big Paisley Park Records head, among other things. So that's me.
There you go. All right.
But so to continue, yes. So I saw the play. And I saw a lot of other things because the play is playing at the what is it?
The
The
Martin
State Theater.
Theater?
The State Theater, yeah. And the State Theater is decked out with all this memorabilia, and the memorabilia comes from this brother Rich. Help me out. What's his last name? Rich Benson.
Rich Benson, yeah.
And I'd never met him, but we're Facebook friends, and he reached out. He knew I was coming to town, and he offered to show me his collection. And he's got so much stuff, it's unbelievable. Different like clips from the press, magazine clips, newspaper clips, photos, all kind of original stuff. Like there's maybe 3 glass case enclosures in the State Theater, with different Prince stuff from different stages of his career from Rich. I think kind of curated by Andrea Swenson.
Okay.
And but I mean, there's still a whole other room with thousands more stuff that he like took me into the room and showed me. And I've got a couple of videos of the stuff on social. I'm MML Unlimited at Instagram and Facebook, so you can probably find it. But yeah, just so much stuff. I've never seen so much Prince stuff, like paintings and all kind of stuff. So then I saw the play, which we'll get into shortly. But that night, Anderson .Paak was DJing at First Avenue.
Oh,
so
wow.
I've never been to First Avenue. And directly after the play, I went straight to First Avenue, which actually is like 2 blocks away. And he DJs under DJ Pee Wee. So
I did not know that.
yeah, me either. Who knew? It was it's part of like a Red Bull Directions kind of thing that they do, where when you walk in, they give you a wristband that lights up blue and red. And it's like an interactive DJ kind of thing, where if you don't like what he's playing, you press the red and you kind of wave it in the air. If you're in favor of it, you put the blue on. But nobody was really doing that. I mean, because he had no misses. Everything was just dope. Everybody was dancing, and it was wild to be up in the club. It's been a minute since I've been up in the club.
in First Avenue at that, right?
Yeah, it was a lot of mini skirts going on for it to be.
Okay, now, all right, Miles.
Degrees, you know what I'm saying?
You had to go there now.
I'm saying it was interesting.
Married brother.
It was interesting. A lot of lace in there,
Lord.
So yeah. That the next day I went to Paisley Park before my flight. I had a late flight, like 8 p.m. Went to Paisley for the 3rd time in my life and did the VIP tour, not to be confused with the Ultimate Experience tour.
Hilarious.
But I did the VIP. So, I sat on the motorcycle.
Didn't stop you at the door when you came in, did you? It's like,
man, listen. Paisley's interesting. But I sat on the bike, but I had no photo of it. I had the cheesecake, I had the Purple Rain lemonade, at the hotel. I had the Purple Rain gin martini, whatever it was, there's a lot of Purple Rain liquid going on up in Minneapolis.
Interesting.
So yeah, that was my trip. At the airport, I hit the Prince store at the airport, but by then, I had 2 bags of stuff and I had spent way too much money. And so I bought the Diamonds and Pearls Super Deluxe finally from Paisley Park. They had it for a reasonable price, so I bought it. And yeah, I had a blast. It couldn't have been a more purple experience. It was a lot of fun.
You make it sound as if it is this very retail driven sort of Prince thing now. Like,
it can be. I mean, I went to the music wall and I took that photo, that recreation of that picture that he took back in the day. Who's the photographer of that again?
Robert Whitman.
Thank you. Right. Because I had the opportunity to meet him at an event a few months ago, as y'all are aware, I'm sure, Chris Ra performed a bunch of Prince songs. Shout out to Chris and Rich was there selling Prince, and no pun intended. And Robert was there selling photo prints, and took a picture of me at the bar, which I treasure. And he was a nice man. It was cool. And so yeah, took that picture. But yeah, like I said, it can be a retail experience. It can be Disney, where you're buying stuff, or it can be free and you just go to the music wall, take your picture, walk by the stars, on the corner of First Avenue and 7th Street Street. And you can get your photo op on, or you can get your retail on. So we're both.
So we want to hear more. Thank you for posting this. We want to hear more about Purple Rain, the musical. And before you got here, one of the questions, and I'm really interested in this too, is, and they've already talked about this, so we know that the answer is yes, but how much have they changed the storyline? Like if you could apply to a percentage to it, is it did they change it 50% or just 20%? How much is the storyline changed?
I'd say maybe 20%.
Okay.
20%, maybe 25%. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can go deeper into it, but I want to tell y'all all about it. So it's going to be like a spoiler alert situation.
So hold on one second. Yeah. Give me 1 second. I am going to, if I'm fast enough, and I'm probably not, I'm going to put it on here.
Can you do this before you do the spoiler sort of take on it? Can you just maybe give your overall thoughts? So at least I'll give somebody the opportunity to hear. Here's what he thought about it, and then now we're going to go heavy.
Right. I think everyone should see it. I mean, I'm not against it. It doesn't work 100%, but I think this is when I saw it on Saturday, I saw it on the 8th. It had just opened on the 5th, and it had been in previews, for maybe a week or two. But I mean, they're just starting, and this is how things come to Broadway. They play in smaller places, the kinks get worked out, and then by the time you get on Broadway, it's Broadway worthy, right? So I wasn't expecting perfection, and it's not perfect, but it's worth seeing. The New York Times had given it a bad review, and I pay attention to.
I didn't realize they had reviewed it. What were their
read that
about it?
They said a lot of things, but they weren't in favor of it. They felt like the cast wasn't charismatic enough. They felt that the climax lacked, punch. And what else did they say? I don't quite remember. Well, I think they thought that the kid spoke too much, because he's a very enigmatic character in the movie, and he's a little too verbose in the play, which, sure. I mean, I don't disagree with that, I guess. I get where they're coming from, but I wouldn't give it the negative review that they did. I wouldn't give it a negative review at all. There's things to critique, but I enjoyed it.
What did you think of, I know his first name is Chris. Is it Collins?
Yeah,
or
Chris Collins.
What did you think of Chris Collins? And I'm asking as a fan of Prince, and
right.
Does it respect the kid and the performance that we know of, or is this something else? How does it relate to today?
Right.
How does it relate to older people, from back in the day? I just really want to hear what you think about this.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot to unpack. I enjoyed Chris. Chris is 22 years old, and this is his theater debut. So he's got a lot on his shoulders, considering. He's a talent, though, for sure. I think that how does it relate to people our age? Well, it's a different thing to see Purple Rain through the lens of, let's say, Generation X, right? Now, to watch it now versus when we saw it as teenagers. Because, there's some sexism in it, there's some misogyny in it, and those are, I guess, things that they try to smooth out, right? The person who wrote the book for this is a Pulitzer Prize winning playwright. He wrote Purpose on Broadway, which I had the pleasure of seeing earlier this year, unless it was last year. But I saw it, and it was good. And so this isn't they didn't just get some guy to rewrite it, you know, like he's a very talented man who knows his way around Broadway and has been awarded for it. I believe Purpose won some Tonys as well. So he's no joke. I would say to get into let me not get into the spoilers right now. Let me just stick to your questions. So you wanted to know how it relates to now. You wanted to know how Chris did, and what was the third thing?
And I was just curious in terms of maybe the younger generation. How do you think maybe they see this the way it's presented to them?
Yeah, that's hard to say. You know, it's hard to know what younger folks make of Prince. You know, I mean, I have two boys, right? One is 8. I keep saying 2 teenage boys, but one is not anymore. I have a 20-year-old and I have an 18-year-old, and they've never been as into Prince as they have been into Michael Jackson. Not to pit them against each other, but just saying from the 80s, they gravitate toward Michael.
Why do you think that is? Because we actually talked about Michael earlier in this episode because of the upcoming movie.
Oh yeah, I gotta hear what you.
Yeah, well, I mean, a large part of it is because Michael is for the kids. I mean, since they were very young, you know, they were checking out the choreography and all the amazing music videos that he did, Ghost and Thriller and the Moonwalker video. You know, like it's kid friendly. You know, I mean, Michael, I imagine, did that on purpose, right? He was a big kid himself. You know, Prince had a different energy. You know, and so yeah, I think that's a large reason. Yeah. It's more pop music anyway. What Michael did.
And I think Michael wants you to answer. I haven't seen this trailer about the Michael Jackson movie. Have you seen the trailer about the upcoming Michael Jackson movie?
I've seen it. Yeah. I
thought what's your thoughts?
Okay, I'm shocked you haven't seen that. See, get at her, man. Get at her.
You haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it. I wouldn't even know that it exists if it wasn't. No, I'm serious, Michael. I'm not lying.
Not like Michael Jackson or something? No judgment.
We've already covered this today, but I respect him as a musician, as a dancer, as a businessman. But I did not listen to Michael Jackson growing up. It was in my high school. You were either Team Michael or Team Prince, and I was Team Prince. And Prince was weird. Anybody who liked Prince was weird. And there was a divide. I mean, it was a real divide. I can't explain it. If you weren't in the 80s in high school, it was very, very real. So
yeah, I get it. I mean, I was there with you.
It's 2025. I was just wondering.
Okay,
but you don't understand, Michael. Like
I know, I'm just messing.
No, okay, like because this keeps coming up. The thing is, like, it's I shouldn't say that. That's too personal.
The movie looks amazing.
When someone isn't in your life, especially during your formative years, why go back? I mean, Prince was always moving forward, and because I never got into Michael Jackson, I never went back to listen to Michael Jackson because Prince's world is so immense and large. Like, it was enough keeping up with Prince, and I haven't, and I can't even give you all the dates and everything that Prince did because it's just so darn much. Right. So, like, I made a choice, and my choice was always and always will be Prince. I mean, I listen to other artists, of course, but Michael just never appealed to me personally in terms of a musical aesthetic. One, because a lot of his music was produced. And it sounded so pop. And that's one of the things that I loved about Prince was that he did have his pop moments, but he also had his other genre moments, So Quincy Jones, there was a polish, a finish to Michael Jackson's music that just never moved me. And I'm just being honest, and I'm not making this up, but you have to put it into context of if you've been listening to Prince 24/7, and why would you introduce this whole other person? It's the same reason why I would love to get into Miles. I know that you're named after Miles Davis. And I have collected some Miles Davis box sets, but I can't begin to actually start collecting Miles. You know how that's a lifetime commitment. You know how much music that man recorded? You know what I mean? So like, and your Coltrane's, and so I love Lee Morgan. I've been trying to catch up on Lee Morgan, but that's because he had a short life, unfortunately, and I can kind of like get everything that he created. But like with some of the other people, it's like a huge expense. I'm a record collector. I'm a record collector first and foremost. So that's a little bit to do with it too. So go ahead and talk about your perception of the Michael Jackson movie, because
just real quick, it's gonna be interesting. This is the same conversation they're gonna have probably 30 years from now, and y'all younger folks, y'all gonna be the old folks, and they're gonna be having the same conversation about Drake and Kendrick. Like, remember back when I was young, it was all about Drake versus Kendrick. Now they're gonna be in their 50s and 60s, and there's still gonna be some hardcore Kendrick fans. I don't listen to Drake. I ain't never heard, but there's a Drake movie coming out. Who is that? I really, they're gonna, or there'll be the other people from right. Drake.
Oh my God,
we get it. We get it, D'Angelo.
Okay, there's one. So Man Ray, yes, I saw the Michael Jackson musical only because my mom is a Michael Jackson fan. She was visiting me from Georgia, and she wanted to go see the Broadway show, and I had to take her because she couldn't get there by herself, and my sister and my aunt were there. So I was there, and I was like, what am I going to do? I'm going to read a book on my Kindle.
Man, let's call your mama and ask her what she thought of the trailer, because I know she's
seen it. But the thing is, the Michael Jackson musical on Miles was amazing. I was so happy that I was able to see that. I would have never gone, never, ever, 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 ever gone. Except
ever?
Yeah. Yes, that's right.
Never, ever.
While we're saying that, congratulations to Outkast for being inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I really loved Andre's acceptance speech that references Jack White's speech about big things happen in little rooms. I love that speech. So
I had a hand in that, not the speech, but I voted for him. I want to pull out my wave it around. Yeah,
Can I complain though? And salute. We are on a salon. Salute to everybody. That whole thing. I didn't watch all of it, but Salt and Pepper, amazing. They had Herbie Lovebug up there. I wanted to hear Herbie speak so bad, but I still wanted to see Andre get on stage. I was like, why didn't he perform? I'm sure he had a valid situation, but I was just like, man, this probably be the last time this is on a major platform. I wish he would have just got up there, and even if he'd have just did a few little something. But damn, but salute to Outkast. I'm a huge Outkast fan, so I had to say that.
No doubt.
I'm a massive Outkast fan. Just being from the South. I won't say one more thing, and then we're gonna get to this Michael Jackson movie. When I first moved to New York in '97, I listened to Outkast and Goody Mob all of the time because I missed the Southern dialect. When I moved to New York, I was just like, please give me that. Just like, where was my son and Duane? And so, like, if it wasn't for Outkast and Goody Mob, I would have been so lost. So I just have to say that.
And real quick, since I got Miles here, man.
What's up?
The Sly Stone tribute performance. There's a lot of Stevie Wonder was on stage, so there's legends on there. But
I haven't watched it yet.
I didn't like it, man.
Oh, really?
Sloppy. I'm sad to say.
Really?
It's just it felt like they didn't have enough rehearsal or something. But we're talking about Sly.
Yeah.
Playing his hits. You got to do it right. I don't care who it is. The off-key singing. My man, that's Stevie Wonder up there, but let's just keep it a bean. Stevie,
what song did he do?
They did a couple of songs.
But what did Stevie do? You don't remember?
He was on all of them. I think they all stayed on stage and just ran through. You had Maxwell up there. I mean, it was stars, fantastic. Salute, Questlove. But I just didn't think that I didn't think they nailed it for the level of what the performances on that stage for that platform. We had Prince up there and those caliber of musicians and the person that they were tributing. I just didn't feel like it was on point like it should have been. And if it would have been Prince, y'all would have watched that and y'all would have been like, nah, that wasn't it.
That ain't it.
That ain't it. And I'm saying in a respectful manner because I Stevie up there, you don't really criticize him, but it's just I don't know, man. Yeah. Same thing. I got a Doja Cat. Don't get up there if you don't know the lyrics.
Yeah, please.
Don't do it. People like
don't do it.
Anyway, that's enough. I got it.
Okay, so the Michael Jackson movie. What do you think about it?
Oh well, the trailer looks dope. So I guess I'll flex and say that this summer I went to Rome. Right, I was in Italy because I was interviewing the costume director. She is currently working on an Amazon series called The Greatest, which is coming out next year, which is a actual TV show about Muhammad Ali. Season 1 is the Cassius Clay years, and she's the costume director for that. And so it's amazing. It's 1960s. We were in Rome because Ali was in the Olympics, and so they allowed him to film they allowed them to film in the Coliseum, and it was a recreation of that time, right? Which that's super rare. And so anyway, got to speak to her. She's an amazing woman. Marcy Rogers is her name, and she is also the costume director of the Michael Jackson movie. So she was showing me all the recreations that they did for the film. And I was hyped already, like, wow, like the different Grammy outfits or awards outfits, his sequin sort of Sgt. Pepper-esque, jackets and all the stuff from videos, Thriller and Beat It and Billie Jean. And it was just like, wow, she's great. I feel like she's got an Oscar in her future. Probably for this, if nothing better comes out next year or whatever. But the trailer looks dope, and I heard that they're dividing it into 2 movies because there's so much. So I just look forward to it, and I was definitely Team Prince in high school, but I saw Michael. I saw the Bad tour. I saw Michael in Madison Square Garden in March of '88, and I listened to him as well. I had Bad on the turntable along with Sign of the Times and Madhouse and Jill Jones and all the other stuff. But so if I had to pick, it was Prince. I was, I'm not a pianist, but I play piano anyway, even though I'm not a pianist. So I was teaching myself Prince songs. I wasn't teaching myself Michael Jackson songs, but still, Michael is just in my DNA, like so many of our generation,
Yeah. So are you ready for your spoiler alert?
So Billy Sparks is Morris Day's uncle. This is why.
Wait.
Billy is Morris's uncle. This is why he's in First Avenue basically because his uncle runs the place. Billy also is Billy back in the day had a relationship with the kid's mom.
This is in the play, right?
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
So
is Billy played the same sort of way he is in the movie?
Not quite. No, he's a little. He seems a little younger, but not really younger. He's thinner, I guess, is what I mean to say. No, he's got a little more dialogue than Billy from the movie. And so so there's that going on. This is needless to say, but there's no Lake Minnetonka, there's no topless situation, going on. Sorry to disappoint him.
Yeah, to put that out there, get that out the gate.
That's a spoiler. But
it's the essence of the movie.
Okay, so Apollonia has a name. In fact, the kid has a name. Apollonia's name is Nicole. This is why Darling Nikki finally makes sense, because her name is Nikki. She does not like to be called Nikki because that's what her dad used to call her, and her dad was abusive towards her, which is why it reminds her of her dad and how she was, treated by her dad, and so it's triggering, and all the more so when he starts, singing Darling Nikki, and that's her name. The kid's name is Roger. Although, they don't call him Roger for the 3 hours of the play. but it comes up once, and his name is Roger.
Hilarious.
There's no suicide attempt. So, you know, in terms of the dad, right? The dad is I would say he's kind of in the movie. I'm sorry, he's in the play, he's in the story more than he was in the movie, right? He has more dialogue, in other words, he has more of a presence. I don't like, that was the aspect of it that I didn't really like, because okay, the New York Times says that like there's no sort of emotional catharsis at the end really when Purple Rain is performed. And I would agree with that, you know. I mean, I don't know if they put it that way, but they said words to that effect. And the thing is that in the movie, you can never accuse the movie of that, first of all. Second of all, in the movie, by the time Prince is on stage, you have a lump in your throat. I did. You know, it's like he's about to get kicked out of the club. He lost his girl. His dad just shot himself. Like, you know, it's a lot, you know, and you don't know where he, you know, like you don't know how things are gonna go. He's up there, you feel bad for him. He's barely got anything to say. Morris is laughing in his face, like, how's the family, you know? And then he gets up there and he does Purple Rain, of all things, which, you know, if you've only heard it, you know, less than 20 times in your life, at that point in 1984, you know, it's a tearjerker and it's a big moment. The play doesn't have that kind of like cathartic moment to it because his father hasn't tried to take his life, you know. There are other things that are supposed to make you feel for him by that point, but it didn't really work for me, and I don't know if they're going to tighten that up or what's going to change about that, but there's that. By now, I guess everyone paying attention also knows that there are other songs outside of the Purple Rain period, you know, that are in the play. So Kiss is in there, and, you know, Empty Room, and The Glamorous Life, and all of that. I will say this also as a spoiler, that Apollonia 6 is not a trio writhing around in their underwear anymore. That the group is called The Six, and they're a band of female musicians. So it's like Climax, you know. Wendy and Lisa actually leave the revolution, like they threaten to in the movie, and they get with Apollonia 6, and they sort of take it away from Morris. Like, yeah, we got this. And it becomes, you know, it turns out that Susan and Brenda actually play drums and keyboard. And so they're like, yeah, you know, put your clothes on and let's actually, you know, rock out. And so it becomes like a female band, which is, you know, another way to get away from the sexism of the movie. And finally, Morris Day has a huge set piece by himself where he performs Gigolos Get Lonely Too from the dumpster, like Oscar Couch.
Wait. Do they do the dump? Did they do the thing with the dumpster?
A woman does not get tossed in the garbage can. Instead, Morris sings Gigolos Get Lonely Too from a garbage can. So they put Morris in the garbage. You know, sort of mitigate the misogyny of the film. And yeah, those are all the spoilers I can come up with off the top of my head. So it's, you know, it's a bit different.
Wait. So Morris gets thrown in the garbage?
He doesn't get thrown in the garbage. The can just sort of gets wheeled on stage and he pops out and people laugh.
So he's like homie from Sesame Street or something.
That's what I just said. Oscar the Grouch.
There you go. Sorry.
No, it's all good.
Hilarious.
One of the questions I have, because I did see the preview of it during Celebration a couple of years ago. And my main concern was Jerome's character. From the preview, it was not good. So how was Jerome portrayed in this?
I would say he's downplayed, you know, honestly. He didn't make much of an impression on me, you know. Him and Morris are boys, and he's not shining his shoes necessarily. I don't remember that. You know, they skipped the whole what, you know, like that whole
that's what, yeah, kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. That's not in there. Yeah. I mean, he does all right, you know. He does all right. He doesn't really stand out to me. Morris, on the other hand, the actor who plays Morris, does a pretty good job. You know, he's flamboyant. He's good. You know, he's funny at times. Like, I'm not mad at Morris. Jerome is kind of a cipher.
Mm.
How were the actual, you know, musical performances? Do they stack up against the performances in the movie, or do they do it justice?
They're good. They're good. I mean, obviously it's Chris Collins that has the vast majority of them. They're good. There's because there's so much music in the movie. Different songs blend into one another, you know. So there's that. I mean, it opens with "Let's Go Crazy," but if memory serves, that kind of blends into like "You Got the Look." You know, like it's sort of a set piece of 3 songs. You know, before Morris comes on and does whatever he does, Jungle Love, I guess. And you know, the musical performances are good. The Apollonia character has a strong ass voice. And they also they give her, like I said, a backstory, you know. She wherever she came from, she was sort of escaping her dad in a way. And Minneapolis is a pit stop on her way to New York. Because, you know, in the original film, that is sort of a plot hole. Like, you don't come to Minneapolis to blow up. Why would you go to Minneapolis to blow up? You know, so it's a pit stop on her way to New York, which is somewhere where, you know, New York or LA is where you would go if you were trying to make it big. So yeah, while she's in Minneapolis, you know, she falls in love with the kid. But she's more of a songwriter as well. So you get to see them compose Take Me With You together, you know. So I don't want to call them equal partners, but you get a much stronger sense that she can hold her own as a songwriter, and she has pipes, you know, which of course the original Apollonia does not necessarily.
So LTKK is asking, how was the house band?
They were good. They were good. You know, I had to look closely to see if Chris Collins was taking those guitar solos. He was not. He might have been playing the piano. But it was still kind of hard to tell. And it's doubtful, to be honest. But yeah, no, the house band was good. It was good. Yeah, I have no qualms about that.
So Chris Bournet is asking, it sounds like Purple Rain has been adapted into a Prince jukebox musical. I'm still trying to wrap my head around because I don't go see a lot of musical theater. So what exactly is a jukebox musical?
Yeah, I mean, to my understanding, it's just a musical that has a bunch of music from the act, you know, in it. I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
So it's more music than theater, basically.
It doesn't have to be more, but it's sort of a vehicle for a bunch of songs to be expressed. But I mean, so was the movie in a way.
Okay.
So I mean, there are critics of the movie that feel like it's a collection of music videos strung together, you know, with a thin plot.
Yes.
I'm not one of those people, but I'm saying it's been said.
I know, many times. So Kim wants to know, is there any humor in the play?
Mm-hmm. It's pretty funny to see Morris sing from a garbage can. Yeah. Well, you got to see it. But okay. I mean, that's at least as funny as seeing a woman tossed in there. But it's yeah, there's humor in it. It's pretty funny. You know, you'll laugh.
What time does this take place? Is it set in the 80s or is it?
That's the question. You're not told, but nobody has a cell phone. It doesn't seem to be the 80s. And there are various points in the play where the kid is playing back voicemail messages, you know, so people still have what were they called? You know, the thing where people
voicemail.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't it called something? You can leave a voicemail now on your iPhone, but it used to be like the machine.
Oh, answer machines.
Yeah, right. Thank you.
Sorry. Wow, the technology is so far from me now.
Yeah, people still have what they used to call answering machines. Yeah, you know.
Look at us.
Oh my God. What are we coming?
Okay, so somebody had asked about the humor. I'll say this: that when Purple Rain is first introduced to Prince by Wendy and Lisa, he gives it a second. He's like, "That sounds like a Journey song."
Hilarious.
That shit is funny, considering the Prince had to go to
Right.
Journey's keyboardist and give him get permission to make sure that he wasn't sued, because it sounds just like fucking the other song, whatever. Not Fascination. What is it called? The Journey song.
I know I heard the story. I just don't know the song
Right.
title. Yeah.
The other thing is when Wendy and Lisa leave the band, they're like, "Wake up, everybody! You're in a cult." And the crowd cracked up because, of course, hardcore Prince fans tend to come off a little, culty.
Hilarious.
Wake up! You're in a cult. That was the funniest line of the whole fucking thing.
Oh my God.
Wow.
So maybe Faithfully by Journey. Okay.
Right.
We got some questions. Anna B is asking Michael D. I'm familiar with some art aspects, but did the characters resemble the original Purple Rain characters?
Somebody's knocking on my door.
Do you need
One time.
I'm like, do I get it? What is it? Amazon? Did they resemble the original characters? Yes and no. Jill Jones is in it. She actually joins the Six when it becomes like a rock band. I think she plays saxophone or something. She doesn't seem to have a thing for the kid, which is the sense that you get from the movie. The dad again is you do feel that he blames the kid's mom for like his career not working out, and you only see the mom like over one of those voicemail situations. She's not really in the movie like that. She is black, which is interesting because in the movie they tried to create this biracial ambiguity with Prince, but in the play he has black parents. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, yeah, everybody kind of hews to what their role was in the original film. The Revolution get more dialogue. Bobby Z is like
he's a consultant, right?
Yeah, it's a consultant. Him and Morris Hayes are consultants. Bless you. So he's got more dialogue. Dr. Fink is sort of played for more of a stoner, so he's like on the side, kind of puffing half the time, which is interesting.
Hilarious.
I presume Bobby got Fink's permission to do that. But yeah, so those are like slight changes, but otherwise, yeah, people are who they are. Apollonia maybe has the biggest change of everybody.
Okay. Another question is, does the kid but did I hear correctly? He's not called the kid in this.
Yes.
Oh, he is. Okay, he is. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And so does he drive his motorcycle around?
So that's difficult to, pull off on a Broadway stage, but we do see the bike. There's one scene where the bike goes across the stage. You're probably not allowed to really like drive it. So it's on one of those conveyor belt things where he's supposed to be driving it. But yeah, we see the bike once.
Okay, another question is, Jerome always wore a suit, but in the play he didn't? From Purple Cat?
Yeah, I don't remember him being in a suit per se. He was dapper, but no, I don't remember seeing him in a suit.
What about Morris? Is Morris in a suit?
Yeah, he's dap. I mean, he looks like Morris. It's sort of an updated version of his style. Yeah. Okay,
and does Brown Mark have any lines?
Yeah, plenty. He's kind of a fraidy cat. He's kind of a sky is falling sort of character in terms of the band falling apart and him wanting to get them back together and that kind of thing. Yeah.
And
how does Roger come across? How does the kid come across in this? Like, is he likable, or do you get to like him, or I mean, because seeing Purple Rain back then, I didn't ever see the kid as an asshole on the screen. I thought he was like fantastic, because I was in love with the whole thing. But taking that out of it, I'm curious, how does this play?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be him. I used to want to be him. I mean, that's another story. But Yeah, like I said earlier, he talks more. I think that they sort of introduce mental health in the plot, right? Toward the end. So the kid in the movie is definitely going through some things, but I think they make that a lot more explicit in the play. There's a scene, there's some kind of trope in the movies where I forgot what it's called, but there's something there's a term for a scene that has women in a movie where none of them are talking about men for a change, like they're allowed to sort of, talk amongst each other, and men is not like the focal issue, which tends to be the case when men are writing it, right? There's a scene like that in the play where it's like Wendy and Lisa and Apollonia 6 and maybe Jill is there, and Susan, like somebody just said in the chat, does like psychoanalysis on Apollonia, right? Because in addition to singing, she's also studying to be a therapist or whatever it is. And so, she does all this sort of, I don't want to call it psychobabble, but, she kind of reads Apollonia, for fleeing from place to place and other things that are, pretty on point in terms of the expansion of Apollonia's character. But I say that to say that, mental health is addressed, right? So there's another scene where, people, sort of step to Prince and are kind of like, you're all right, because even in the movie, he contemplates suicide, and it's the same in the play. And those are serious things. And you got some stuff going on in your head when you take it there. And so that gets more explicitly addressed in the play.
Okay. Wow. Does Apollonia still go by the guitar?
No, actually. Not that I remember. No, that doesn't happen.
I would always wonder how they would play that today, because I don't know. Sister's not going to blow all her.
Another funny point about the movie. So when she gets to the First Avenue, which is not called First Avenue, it's called the First. When she gets to the First,
not the Fist.
And she needs to she gets to First Avenue. Billy sees her and is like, I'll let you in for free, but we're short tonight, so you're gonna have to like be a waitress with Jill, right? So I have this sticker or name tag or whatever for you because this person didn't show up tonight, and the name tag says Sheila. So you have Apollonia, who is Darling Nikki, walking around the First Avenue with something that says Sheila on it, and then later on, by the end of the play, the Six is performing The Glamorous Life. So it's almost as if, they make Apollonia sort of a composite character, of Apollonia and Sheila.
Wow.
So Drea dances the same because Drea went to the musical as well, that Apollonia moved in with the kid too.
Yeah, she was staying there, but it wasn't like not
at
for long.
Parents' house?
Yeah. Not for long though. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's some new eras, because back in the day, Black Daddy,
okay.
Ain't no way.
Yeah.
Anyway,
no, like I said, it's not for long. It's as if you met a girl and she stays over the entire week. She moved in, but by the end of the week she was gone. So
okay, all right.
Lord.
So another question is from Pedro: are there Vanity 6 songs in the musical?
Yep. Nasty Girl's in there, and that would be the only one. But yeah, Nasty Girl's in there.
Okay. All right. So these are two questions. One is from Dr. Catrice Austin: rate the play on a scale 1 to 10.
What up, Doc?
Yeah, I'd say probably a 7, a 6 3/4. What's the Madhouse song?
It's math.
5 3/4. I don't know. No, I would say it's almost a 7.
Okay. And then Robin wants to know, which did Miles like better, the MJ musical or the musical?
And we see you, Robin. Salute to Robin.
Yeah. Shout out to yes, indeed.
Yes, deepest condolences.
For sure. Wow, that's a hard question. I mean, that's a hard question. I guess at this point, probably MJ the Musical, but I feel like Purple Rain has the potential to be as good. That's hard to say.
Really, I love the MJ Musical.
The ending. They need to work on the ending because it's impossible that you get to the title song of the entire thing and you don't feel what you felt in the movie. Like that's a problem.
So Deborah is asking, Deborah, is it strong enough to survive on Broadway and beyond?
So interesting point. I've never, or I think it's interesting. I've never met Londell McMillan, right? You know, I've known of him since the 90s. So at the play, he was sitting 2 rows ahead of me. So I stepped to him and we finally met, and he told me that the play is definitely coming to Broadway and it's probably going to be April. It was my understanding that this was sort of a trial run to see if it could possibly go to Broadway. But according to him, it's definitely coming. But to answer the question, I mean, yeah, you know, if it makes it to Broadway, it'll be there for a minute. And it's not going to stay there like MJ the Musical, but that doesn't mean that it's not good. I mean, Motown the Musical was good to me. You know, I enjoyed seeing that. I enjoyed seeing the Temptations musical that was there for a while. You know, not everything stays like Cats, you know. If it makes it to Broadway, I doubt it stays as long as MJ the Musical, but you know, Prince never really had.
Why do you say that?
Because Prince never had the fan base of Michael Jackson, you know, so people are coming. I mean, it's just a different animal.
Yeah, I hear you. And Kim is asking, so the timeline was like a couple weeks?
Yeah, pretty much like.
Okay, and I just wanted to put on here that the 6 from on is Brenda on drums, Jill on sax, Susan on bass, Wendy on guitar, Lisa on keys, and Apple singing.
Yep.
All right.
Is so the 6? How are they presented? Are they still presented in the canvas halls and all that, or is it a different sort of a tone to the?
They're sexy, but they have their clothes on. Yeah, you know, Susan makes a joke about being on the pole at one point, or trying to stay off the pole, or I think that when Apollonia gets there to say, "Okay, Morris, I'll be part of the group," and it's the 3 of them together: Apollonia, Brenda, and Susan, and they're dressed in their underwear, and he, you know, Morris is dictating, make it sexier, and Apollonia is just kind of like, you know, why are y'all doing this? Like, why are y'all listening to him? What, you know, like, are we really wearing this? And yeah, you know, there's nothing wrong with burlesque dancing, but Susan kind of makes it clear, like, look, you know, it's either this or I'm going down the block and twerking.
Oh,
okay. All right.
I just think it's interesting. I can see why it's sort of changed, sort of the tone, but at the same point, I think it's also interesting if you look at sort of at least certain parts of rap culture, for instance. The Apollonia 6 template, you know, and so how that has morphed through the years to your, you know, Foxy Browns, Little Kims, and now we're to the Cardi B's, and you know, that is such a that's such a mainstream sort of a. It's even more explicit than Nasty Girl, but it is such a mainstay now. It's interesting that they would take a different direction in this movie and show it a different way, you know.
Right. What Chris is saying is true. That they gave the female characters more agency, and I was in support of that, actually.
Of course, yes. So what was like the reception of the people, like the crowd that, you know, like when you were walking in, what was it like when you were in the play? Did you kind of look around, and then when you left, what was the vibes of everybody who was there?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that at this point, since it had just opened, they were, you know, preaching to the converted. It was sold out. People were very excited. You know, I had seen on social media people dressed in all purple and wearing symbols and doing all that. I didn't see that much of that, you know, as much as I thought I would. So maybe those people really went during the previews, you know, because they had to be there like immediately. But yeah, people were into it. You know, I think people were into it.
All right. So is there anything else you'd like to share about your trip to Minneapolis?
Let's see. There was Electric Fetus. There was Music Wall. It was Cold. The Paisley Park VIP tour was cool. You know, I had taken it before, so nah, I guess not. It was just, you know, I was glad that I did everything I did, and the First Avenue was really a lot of fun. You know, yeah, I would have stayed longer, but it was past my bedtime, I guess.
Real quick, man, and not necessarily related to this. I mean, what can you tell us about this hip hop museum?
Yes.
Been really hearing about this.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we open next October. We had a gala probably last month. There were some performances there, Dougie Fresh and Christopher Williams. Like there was an Uptown sort of tribute to Andre Harrell. So Christopher Williams and Father MC and different people from Uptown were performing. We gave out some awards to Michael Eric Dyson and Slick Rick and Fat Joe and different people. Things are coming along. We raised $2 million. Nas gave $1 million, and someone he's partnering with this casino in Queens came on stage and also donated $1 million. Yeah, things are coming along. We're very excited. It's in the Bronx. You know, it's being built as we speak. The outside is there already. We're building out the interior. There's 2 floors to it. And I'm just, you know, I'm the historian. I'm on Zoom calls, you know, every day discussing the different elements. There's going to be a gallery devoted to each element of hip hop. It's gonna be dope. I hope everyone enjoys it.
Okay, I want to see this, man.
Yeah, come through.
Was this the clips that were showing Rakim, or was George Clinton rapping?
No. But that was dope too. That was the paid in full gala that happened in Las Vegas, and it was funny because it happened the very next day, and Nas like got on a plane and went to their thing, and yeah, I want to support them as well, you know, in the future. Someone had asked when they can see my review. It has not posted yet. I just wrote it last night. It's going to be on ebony.com, and it's going to be live probably on Monday.
Okay. Right. The review of the play?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then, I know you said this, but can you repeat it?
Yeah, sure. The opening date is October 2026.
Of next year.
Okay.
All right. And one more possible, hold on, let me wait to put the spoiler alert on. This might be a spoiler alert. So with the question, does the kid still save Apollonia from being assaulted by Morris?
No.
Assaulted by Morris? Wait.
He's like, okay.
I don't remember that part. Go ahead.
Right. He's like, if you want to put it that way, no, that doesn't happen.
Okay. All right. So thank you so much, Miles, for coming on. Really do appreciate it.
Of course. This was fun.
Yes.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And obviously we look forward to reading your review and all the Miles things. Like I know you're also working on another book too, right?
That's true. That's true. I am about to wrap up the Dave Chappelle book that I've been working on for a while. So that's gonna drop. You know, I was surprised, I guess pleasantly, to see on the side of First Avenue that he's got like a star there as well. You know, all the performers, well, not all of them, but a lot of prominent performers who've been, you know, singing and performing at First Avenue have their own star. Prince is bigger than everyone else, and it has gold. And Dave Chappelle's up there also, though.
All right.
Wow. Man, I just want to say real quick, and I tell you this all the time, man, I so love what you do, man. So super salute to you. Man, I love everything that you do, man. And I love watching it. You're just talking about the books. If I could just throw it in your ear, maybe it'll sizzle or not, man, I would love to see maybe part of it's timing, but also I think it needs to be sort of breaking down something about like the D'Angelo thing, but even more so, maybe a neo soul thing that just sort of encompasses that movement, man, and kind of really what that meant to the culture and all that kind of stuff. So I was just throwing that at you.
Nah, good looking. That's a thought. Yeah, I will take that into consideration. You know, sure.
All right. So Miles, I'm gonna remove you unless you want to stay for the rest, but I know you got things to do.
Yeah. I'm gonna go run my errands and stuff. But it was a pleasure. Thank you. I hope I didn't ruin it for anybody. But
Oh, we had the spoiler alert. We had the spoiler alert
We
on.
kept it honest, man.
try to let you know. All right, take care, y'all.
All right, peace, man. Take care. Be safe.
All right.
My
Okay.
man.
Yes. So it was really interesting to hear some specificity. I like specificity. So it's interesting, some of the changes that they've made.
Yeah, what was my sister that was you really thought Morris was about to assault Apollonia? It seemed like they was mutual, sipping on some Henny or something or whatever they drank back then. They was celebrating, and she's not being forced. He's doing his thing. They getting in the car. I thought your man who came in on the white horse, he might have been. He was bugging. He assaulted Morris, right? And then he, I'm like, yo, bro, with the fist, didn't he have the studs on him?
I don't think so.
Yeah, Roger was something else improper. Like, whoa.
Okay, so Arlene says yes, he was going to assault her. She asked him where Jerome was, and he said he had the night off so Morris could get her alone.
Yeah, and she was like, "Hey, key in," But I don't know. Like I said, I could be wrong too. Maybe
I think with everything, there's different perspectives.
For sure.
So I want to show this. I can't remember who. I think whoever asked, what did the Come outfit look like? This is the outfit that Prince had on the cover of Come. So when Paisley Park released this, I was like, what? It was like crazy. So, and here's another shot of the suit itself. So this is what he's wearing on, and I have a poster of Come right on my wall. Whenever I look at that, I did not imagine it was actually this magenta color. So that's what we have. Oh yes, I thought it was you, Andre, but my mind is like so many chats going across here. I couldn't yes. So you got that. And let me see really quick.
Hey, I see y'all in the chat. Like I said, I'm looking at this, learning into. So y'all saying Morris was on that? Maybe he was. It just
Yeah.
It's an interesting time.
Yes, I love this comment on like Jesse Johnson color for sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So because we got the timekeeper, I'm just going to really quickly go through this music break. Bilal is going to be in London tomorrow. If you haven't seen Bilal, he is on fire right now. So now would be the time. He's going to be at the London Jazz Festival. I am extremely excited because Bilal's latest album, A Just Brightness, which was released last year and has not left my personal rotation, is finally getting a release on vinyl. I am so excited. So you can get the black vinyl, you can get the blue vinyl, and then there's a 7-inch by a remix from Georgia Ann Muldrow. If you know about Georgia Ann, she's incredible, from one of my favorite songs off the album Quantum Universe. So if you're a record collector like me, I would highly suggest that you get one of these. So I'm very, very excited about that. Henry is also going on tour in the Netherlands and Poland and Prague from November 18th through December 1st. If you
There's a Harlem, Netherlands?
I guess so. I didn't even notice that until you said that. Apparently, there is a Harlem, Netherlands. I didn't even notice that. Now, thank you for pointing that out, Michael Dean. I was just like, Corey Henry's on tour, but he's not doing it in the States. So if you haven't seen Corey Henry, if you haven't seen Bilal, please go see Bilal. He's someone to see. If you haven't seen Corey Henry and you love real music by real musicians, go see Corey Henry. He is incredible. I can't express how incredible he is. Now, for those of you who live in LA, you have been getting the church experience from Corey Henry, which I had one time in New York. And if I lived in LA, this is where I would be going every Sunday. So he has one coming up on November 16th at the Miracle in Inglewood. Go support Corey Henry. You will feel uplifted. It will be definitely a spiritual experience. And someone has told me that Harlem is a Dutch word. I didn't know that Harlem was a Dutch word.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Okay, the OG Harlem.
The OG, yes, for sure. Alice Smith. Everybody in LA is getting these really amazing shows. Alice Smith is also someone you should go see if you haven't seen her. She is going to be at the Peppermint Club, and this club looks amazing. These are shots from the club. I want to go to the Peppermint Club, and Alice Smith will be performing on December 5th.
What's that song that she sings? Like,
she's on the Sinners soundtrack.
Did she have something like there's a song? I just know her from this one song.
I wonder what song it is.
I got a piano in it or something. Nah, I got.
Well, Prince covered one of her songs.
See, that's probably how that person that sent it to me. That why they must have sent that.
Yeah, so she covered. I'm sorry, not she. Prince covered "Another Love," but I heard her version first. So obviously, I prefer her version probably because I heard it first. And he totally transforms the song as Prince often does. But I think it was pretty amazing that Prince would choose to cover Alice Smith. So that just shows, Alice Smith is sort of a musician kind of thing. So if you don't know, you don't know. But when you do know, you know that like she's really incredible. But she had a song.
Be Easy is the song I'm talking about.
Oh, yes. That's one of my favorite songs. Yeah, Be Easy. It's a great song. She has a song on the Sinner soundtrack. She also has a song on the Book of Clarence soundtrack. We talked about the Book of Clarence a couple weeks ago because one of my favorite D'Angelo songs, I Want You Forever, is on the Book of Clarence soundtrack. So she's been doing a lot of soundtracks. In fact, I think she also has a song in, the director of the Book of Clarence is actually Seal's brother. His name is James Samuel, but it's spelled like Jeymes. And he had another, what was his film before the Book of Clarence? You would know. It was like on Netflix. It had like Idris Elba.
Was it that Western movie?
Yeah, that Western movie.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name of it.
But she has a song on that soundtrack as well.
Okay.
So they've been pulling her in for a soundtrack.
I've been watching a lot of Idris lately.
Yeah. Well, what?
Was it? There was a movie I just watched. He's the president. Dynamite or something like that.
I saw the House of Dynamite or something.
House of Dynamite. It was interesting. Yeah. And then started watching Hijack.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I still wish that he would be Bond, James Bond.
Oh, yes.
I just think he would be.
That would be so dope to me.
Yeah.
That would be dope. Yeah. I agree.
Yes, for sure. Yes. Is it
the harder they fall?
Or harder they fall? Okay, harder they fall. Yes.
I think the harder they come, that's a different.
Yes. All right. So for the Purple Roll, really quickly, we already just talked to Miles about the Purple Rain musical, and the celebration dates have been released on Huh?
I said, oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic because people can make their travel plans and everything. So, and they're being very explicit that it's going to be in downtown Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Chanhassen. And it will be the 10th year anniversary. So, very happy that they announced these early.
20 years.
Yes. Can you believe it?
No.
Yeah. And then as for these dates, so the dates for the hybrid symposium is going to be hybrid this year. We will not be live streaming it like we normally will, but Friday will be virtual so that any of you who can't come to Brooklyn this year will at least be able to participate on Friday. So Friday will be virtual, and Saturday and Sunday will be in person in Brooklyn at 370J, room 202, where we normally Well, we've been for the past 2 in-person ones, which were Erotic City 40 and Triple Threat 40. And this one is called I Wonder You 40 because it is my favorite song off of Parade. So I'm really looking forward to this because everybody should know Under the Cherry Moon is my favorite film, and Parade is an amazing piece of work. And again, I just really loved when D'Angelo on Nelson George's documentary, he asked, like, what's the funkiest album he's ever listened to? And D'Angelo said Parade. I was shocked by that. I really was. I bet who was even more shocked was Nelson George. So,
right.
yes.
Yeah, that is. I bet the estate was shocked. God damn it, we could have had that.
Yeah, that would have been amazing. All right. So we still want to go ahead.
No, real quick before we what are your thoughts? Did you get a chance to listen to any of the Around the World in a Day stuff that's kind of, that looks like they're doing a slow trickle release of some of the songs off of the new thing? Like they put out Pop Life. They put that one out.
No, so normally, like when they do that, I usually wait until I'm one of those people. I'd rather listen to it in its totality. But what about you?
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, they did Pop Life, the expanded edition or extended edition. Some of us have obviously heard this before, but it's just great to hear it, remastered in its totality. It sounds fantastic. It's good that these tracks are starting to come out. I can't wait. I think is it next week that the album comes out? I can't wait to listen to it.
November 21st.
21st. Yeah, I can't wait to listen to the Atmos. Hopefully they put it out midnight Thursday because I'm ready. I have these on. I'm going in. I just want to hear that, in its totality. It's exciting, but I love it. What else? What's the other songs that they have released so far? I guess I could pull it up real quick if you got a second. I've been listening to them though, and it definitely sounds good.
So while you're pulling them up, I just want to say that I got my Doors box set. So, Michael. So the Doors have released all 6 albums on one Atmos release, and I really wish that they would do something similar for Prince. Like maybe Prince per decade or something like that on Atmos release. And it was just really interesting when I was listening to. There's this song called "Riders on the Storm." And it's like you just hear things that you normally wouldn't hear when you have the Atmos mix. And so I just really love, I can't wait to hear Around the World in a Day that way, because I know we're going to probably, hear some things that we haven't. So what stood out for you, like listening to Pop Life? Did you hear something that you?
Well, Pop Life, it was not, these songs aren't in Atmos, but at least you're getting the lossless versions of them. It looks like maybe the album itself proper would be the Atmos stuff. Well, America was in Atmos. Fantastic.
It was fantastic, yeah.
Then they put out the Paisley Park remix. It was cool. Pop Life expanded version. Last week was Hello. Fresh dance mix. Sounds amazing. And then For the Tears in Your Eyes. Was it the We Are the World version or something like that? But yeah, I mean, I'm loving it all, man. I can't wait till next week. Exciting. It's something, yeah, I wish there was more for sure, but I'm still happy with this. I'm going to be all ready. And I may actually even go buy maybe the CD version just to have it. I probably won't play it, but
yeah, it looks good. Like just the CDs themselves and the packaging and all of that.
Maybe the album, the vinyl, obviously that would be cool too. I'm sure you'll have that. Yes,
I will, for sure. And Tao Sophie says, I kind of like how the new Dove sounds through the Apple Music feature. So I'm assuming When Doves Cry, like the Purple Rain Atmos, is what you're talking about?
I will say it's a very cool animated cover of the album when you pull it up on Apple. It's got the birds flapping the wings and the clouds are flying by.
Oh, Okay, I have to check that out. That sounds really cool. Awesome. Okay, so we're at the end of our time together. I guess Kim has left us because normally
Yeah, Kim was like, I ain't getting paid. We said we doing you're like the FAA. Kim said she.
Oh my God. Okay. So, especially since we're coming up on the holidays, this is when you really want to send some love to some of our Purple fam to make sure that they don't feel like they're alone and make sure that they know that they're loved. So, definitely reach out to Dr. Funkenberry as his cancer battle continues. If you can, please contribute to his GoFundMe because hospital bills are not cheap. Going to the doctor is not cheap. It's, healthcare is getting more and more expensive. So anything that you can do to help would be incredible. And then also please send, kind words and loving thoughts to Addie Durant, as well as contribute to her GoFundMe as well. Again, she was a part of the amazing fan-produced Purple Rain audio rendition
Now
on
that Purple Rain is fire. I
was
can say it off the gate. Yeah, that was dope.
that was incredible. And Addie was a huge part of making that happen. So please support Addie if you can. And if you haven't heard it, it's actually still on Clubhouse. So you can definitely listen to it. And then obviously everybody should know who Des is. And please contribute to his GoFundMe as well. And these are the accompanying the songs in the playlist, and then I'll add Sheila's show. You gotta watch it, Michael. I'll make sure I email it to you. It's like once you start watching it, you won't be able to not watch it. It's just like it's pretty phenomenal. It really, really, truly is. All right, Michael. So take us on out.
Oh man, what a great show, man! Thanks so much, and a lot of prayers and love to Ricky, man, for coming in. I'm gonna be honest, we kind of been talking off air and stuff with emails and things, but seeing my man kind of threw me for a little bit. So I want to make sure we sending all the prayers and love to Ricky and his family. We're gonna get my brother home and healthy. But man, we here with you. Thank you for coming through, brother. I hope you're still listening. But we love you, man. So get well. I know you will. Also, we want to give a shout. We said it in here, but we give our condolences to our sister Robin over there on the East Coast. Her mother just passed. That's for anybody. The feeling when your parents, particularly your moms, are going through it. So our heart goes out to her. And definitely send a lot of love and support to her and her family as well. Beautiful daughter as well. So blessings to you, everybody here in the chat, chopping it up. Thanks once again. I love the sort of extended conversation about the Morris and the Purple Rain. Gives different perspective to watch these things that we've always seen and maybe get a different viewpoint on some stuff and some clarity. And some straightening. So I respect it, love it. I'm gonna keep an even closer eye when I watch these things. Thank you to Miles for coming through, man. What a brother, man. What I love the people D'Angelo. What a brother, man. What is somebody really connected and plugged in, but sharing his experiences with us and his knowledge. And then just the way he views things, we gotta love it. We love you now while you're here. We want to make sure we're showing you all the love, and we mean it. So thank you for coming through, D'Angelo. Same with you. We're loving you right now, here while you're alive. We want you to know we got a lot of love for you. We look forward to this every Saturday. This is we go through our work week, all the shit we go through. We get to come here and we can just geek out on Prince that we love. And we love how you stand 10 toes down for Prince. Now, I don't know about no Michael. We talking about Prince. I know I be clowning, but we love you for that. Okay, just so we clear. We love that. We need that person that's like, I'm on Prince. Stop it. So thank you.
I have to say, because Miles said it, that Michael Jackson is a much bigger fan. Has a much bigger fan base than Prince does. And Prince's name is not said enough. Everybody talks about Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
But Prince still needs we need to continue to say his name so that
Absolutely.
and that people know that he is loved and he is dearly missed. He
Yep.
really is.
Yeah. So, and with that said, yo, work it like a job. We're going to see you next week. Yeah. Go ahead. You got
And Anna B wants to know, Michael Dean, is there an after party this weekend on your set?
And Anna B just might be. We probably will do a little something tonight. Absolutely. Yeah, let's get into it.
All right. Peace, everybody.